Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we will design a necklace using Sam's Bead Box, a subscription for the month of April 2023. I have pulled out these beads. These are black, um, gray, a little bit of whitewash, which looks like gray actually, and brown. And then these melon beads with the gold wash, and then these flowers with gold wash as well, and then these beads as well. So looks like brown metallic colors, gold and everything. So I have pulled out Beadalon 19 strand bead stringing wire. This is 0.018 inch thickness. That means you can use this with size 1 crimp and size 2 crimp. A bead or a crimp tube would be fine for this wire. So I'm just taking that out. Okay, I really like to work with the spool. I don't like to cut my thread before because I never know how much I will need. And these are some projects which I have in mind, and I'm working with a box. When you are working with a subscription box, you have limited set of resources. For example, this is how much beads I have in total to work this necklace. If I have to add, I would like to add some seed beads and stuff like that, but not necessarily my own beads. The fact being is it's better for me to use the beads within the box. So if anybody who is watching out there have a subscription, so they can work with it. If I use my own stash of beads, then of course they will not have those beads. They'll have to replace it, or they will not be able to recreate my design. So that's the whole sole purpose. I'm using the beads only from the box and not from my stash. And also it's an easier way to do so. And also you have a challenge here. You will not have the ample resources that you normally work with, so you're with the limited resources, so your idea will stretch a bit and then you will get awesome pieces with it. So this is a double strand necklace on one side and single strand necklace on the other side. On the other side, I'm thinking of doing wire working or wrapping with wire. So since I have all these elements, so I have a gray, which will pull off this, and then gold, and then you can use any other metals if you want. I want to keep the other side in black metal, so let's see how that works, because I have black metal or gunmetal, as you would say. But let me do this strand first. Okay, the first one I'm going to do here is I'm gonna thread these beads. So this is how much beads we have to work with. So hopefully, I just went to my eye doctor's appointment, so my eyes are dilated. I've been going for 2 days in straight, Friday and Monday. So excuse me. I don't know, it's hard for me to figure out the whole for now. So these melon beads are very pretty and I really like them a lot. So I'm thinking to add some more, because if I'm doing two strands, just kind of looks a little bit what to say, a little bit less for me to work with, because see, there's 6 beads and then I add a melon bead. Okay, and then 6. So I want the melon beads on both the strands, and then I want it staggered so that it doesn't bother the other one. So I'm just eyeballing it and approximately doing the beads, but actually I need to be measuring these, otherwise the number of beads in between the melon beads might differ. So here is how much we have. The melon beads, let me separate all of those so that we have a good idea of what we are working with, right? So these beads, so we have a little bit more flowers than the melons, so we have only 4 on each side to work with, so we need to work accordingly. So I'm thinking I shall use some seed beads as well, because I don't think so this will give me the enough length of the necklace that I want to. So first I thought, let's do the other side first, then we will be able to make a decision easily. So this is a 20 gauge copper wire. It's like a little bit gunmetal-ish, plus it has that gold feel too. It's really nice color combination. I thought it will go very well with this project as such. So here we go. I really want to keep the spool intact. I don't want to take it off. So I'm just removing that end of the wire. There we go. Now it's a 20 gauge wire, so you use your regular pliers, the nylon jaw pliers, and straighten it out. Okay, so I'm gonna alternate. Here is the lemon seed beads that I took in black color, which I'm gonna use with this necklace as well. I'm using the Czech glass beads, lemon seed beads in a black opaque color. So the pattern is I start with the rose, okay, and then I'm gonna have some flowers here. This is what I'm thinking, and then I start with this rectangle bead, and so I alternate these. First I start with the gunmetal, and then with the gold, and then with the black opaque and the gold wash. So this is what my pattern I thought I would do. So what I'm going to do here is I will start with the rose bead. So I put this rose bead in, take my round nose pliers. So you can use bail making pliers so that your loop will come uniform if you want to. However, you're fine with it. Bend the wire, take it, and then roll it around so that you have a nice loop. Then you bend in the same direction where you end, just like that, to 90 degrees, and then snip off the excess wire, leaving about a centimeter or so, and then with the use of your pliers you can take it, make it into a loop. So here we go, one link is ready. The same way I will make all the links. I want this loop to be parallel. Actually, one can be parallel and one can be perpendicular. We'll figure that out later. Right now we will create all the links and then we will do that part. Take your pliers, bend your wire, and then make a loop. Once you make a loop, bend the wire again to 90 degrees, snip off the excess wire, take your bail making pliers, then make yourself a loop. Just like that, I will make all the beads, and then I'll come back to show you guys what I end up with. Then all you need to do is connect these so you form a beaded chain. So I finished making all the connectors, and then I have pulled out this ring for me to connect everything. So first of all, we need to connect all these connectors. Basically we did basic loop, and then now we are going to go ahead, take our pliers. This is tweezed nose pliers and these are bent nose pliers. So you don't need both, but you start connecting. You open up the loop like backward, like frontwards or backwards, like how you would open a jump ring, and add the next loop to that, and then close that loop shut. So ideally, if one loop is flat to the surface, the other loop should be perpendicular to the bead. That way when we connect every bead, it will lay flat, right? So, and then now open the next one up, add it to this one, and close it. Again, open that loop, and then add the next one and close. So we are forming a beaded chain on one side, and then we are stringing beads on the other side. That's what we are doing. So this maple leaf, the direction of the maple leaf matters, whichever way you want to. Just stick to one way and make sure it's that way the entire necklace, for the entire necklace. So at the next one, I am keeping the colors to be very neutral, and I'm not adding the bright green or the red maple leaf to this design, but you can surely bring that contrast. It will look really nice. In that case, you can make this necklace either longer, or you can substitute the rectangle bead. You don't have to have the rectangle bead at all. You can just do with the maple leaves. We have enough maple leaves in the box to do this. Open that up, add it, open this up, add the next one, and close this up, add the final maple leaf, and close. So we made the chain. Let me measure this for you guys. This is about, say, 22 centimeter, but we want the inches. It's about, say, 9 inches. So we can add chain in the back. That should not be a problem. So now here we go. I still have these beads left over to deal with. So this is one side of the necklace. This is the other side. I have two pieces of bead stringing wire, 19 strand, and then I am separating these melon beads by 12 of the black onyx beads that we received from the box. At the end, I'm adding some 15 seed beads, 11 seed beads. One is still in the spool, other I have it in the bead stopper. So this is going to come and join here, and then I am going to put another rows in the bottom. So in this case, I thought I will include this ring, and then so that this will connect, and this will go on with some dangles. So first of all, we will connect this to this closed hammered ring. I had this in my stash. I thought I want the gold to also connect. The only thing that is a little bit different is this whitewashed, so the gray color one, but I really like it, so I'm bringing it with the wire here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to secure one cord at a time. I'm going to pick up some beads, some of the lemon seed beads. Actually, before that, I need spacer bead. Sorry, crumb bead or crumb tube, whichever you have available in your stash. I'm gonna use, I don't need this many crumb tube obviously, but I just dumped it so that I can pick up easily. A crumb tube and then some lemon seed beads. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 should be good enough. Go through that ring and then come back and go through that crumb tube of ours. Okay, this won't go twice through the black onyx, so that's okay. All we need to do is a little bit of a gap, and then we pull this there we go. So this is how I want, sorry, this is how, sorry, the beads fell off. Let me count. So 6, 10, 13, 14, and so 11, 12, 13, 14. So totally 14 beads, and I'm going to go back through the crumb tube right here. Let me see. It's not going through the black onyx beads, so I'm just going to go through the crumb tube and pull that up and pull this down, making sure everything is nice and tidy right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and flat crumb this. Okay, and then I'm gonna snip off this excess short wire. If your beads are big enough, you can actually put it through it. Otherwise, this is how you finish it. Then pull all the beads down. This is what you have on one end, and on the other end we have this. So that's one strand. So we need to fix the other strand. The other strand is here. How I did the staggered effect. So in between the melon beads there are 12 beads, and here in the start I have 5 beads, and this there is 12. That way this comes in the middle so that it doesn't bump against each other is all my concern. So again, the same number of beads I would take, 14, not more. We want both the strands to come off that ring uniformly. So that's 6. Oh no, first we need to put our crimp tube and then our seed beads. $12, $13, and $14. Now go through the ring again, come back through the crimp tube, okay. Now making sure everything is nice and tight and the wires don't crisscross inside the tube. Go ahead and crimp it flat with your tweezer nose or needle nose pliers, and then pick up your wire cutter and then snip off the short tail that we have excess. There we go. Now we can actually bring everything down. We need 2 more crimp tubes to finish this project. Now we have this right here. Okay. So now in the middle, this is rather a big bead cap, I know, but I'm okay with it. So I need some bronze findings. So I have some bronze head pins. Some ball head pins and some straight head pins. Okay, I'm trying to do the ball head pin with the black onyx bead, and then this flower. That kind of looks good, but I would like a different one. Like, I have some of these bronze beads in my stash, so I thought this would look good. I thought about it, but still I'm not satisfied. Maybe a different color would look good, or a bigger bead would look good. So I have made this one. So I added the brass bead, then the rose, and then the bead cap that I had in my stash, and then this flower bead, and I'm gonna make a simple loop, a basic loop. Snip off the excess, make a rather big loop for myself, make sure it's closed, and this I will add it here. And then this dangle I made with a head pin. The ball head pin was way too small, I couldn't fit what I wanted to fit. So here is a brass bead, and this is a bead mix that we got in I think in March or February month's box. We have the square bead. You can use any bead you want from this box as well. So I just kind of added these. It give me that length that I am looking forward for. So I kept my pliers. I'm doing a wrapped loop, taking it, rotating around, making like a question mark, then making a loop, and then adding it to this ring right here. And then what I'm gonna do is hold it there and then kind of wrap it around. You can snip off this excess short tail and then tuck that coil in the tip. There we go. That's how I did the other one too. So this one I did a basic loop, so all I need to do is open this up like how you would open up a jump ring. Wrong direction. In the middle of these two dangles, add it and then close that loop right there. Now it's kind of messy, but don't worry about it, it'll come together. So I want to add this one right here to connect the silvery theme. This was also a finding from some speed box. I don't know which month it was, but so to open this up and then add my finding to that and make sure it's nice and closed. Do a back and forth motion. There we go. So now that that's done, all I need to do here is add these two strands right here to a jump ring and then finish this off. So this side I will add a little bit of a chain so that it connects, or you can connect it to a lobster claw clasp and then have this side come around. That's also fine. And then connect this to a jump ring probably. The two strands to a jump ring which is open, or I would prefer a closed one, and then join the other end with the lobster claw clasp. That'll do. There we go. All you need to do here is open this up. If you have a basic loop, it's straightforward. Just open this up and then add your clasp and close this down. And then the other side, I have two strands to finish. So I have this much here. I'm gonna cut this off the spool and kind of fold it there, and this too, and figure it out. I have 15 seed beads on both ends, so obviously I don't need that much. I'm keeping it in a V, but it'll be in a U. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add a little bit more and then add these to the one, two, three, 4 and 5. That's good enough. Take a crimp tube and go through the ring, come back, go through that crimp tube and pull your wire with the pliers. Now you have the loop. Go ahead and squish that down. Snip that tail off as close as possible. You're done that side. Now I want to keep this in a U format because that's how it's gonna sit on the neck. So I added 3 more beads, and here I will add probably 6 more. Double. Actually 7 and 8. So move everything on the side. That's right here. If I do this, I still have to fix this onyx beads. I think a little bit more onyx beads over here would be good, but it's in the back, but nevertheless I have it, so I will finish that off and come back. Friends, welcome back. So I finished this necklace, as you guys can see. So I added a jump ring and a lobster claw clasp to this connector, and then I added the closed jump ring on the other side, and it kind of really looks very pretty. I really like the way this turned out to be, and I feel that I will wear this necklace more than anything else, because I really kind of like black a lot, in dresses or in jewelry. I really like black a lot, and this turned out to be very pretty, and I hope you guys like it too. See how nicely this flows down. I like the bronze, the antique gold, and the silver finish that I have combined with this necklace. If you do like this necklace, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.